right, big topic today. New York City school children getting an extended summer. The first day of class pushed back to give schools more time to make buildings COVID safe.
The extent of the cleaning, the extent of the PPE that's already been provided, this is unprecedented.
We will provide schools every day with a 30-day supply of all the PPE they need. Masks, both for adults and for children, for disinfectant. We will be cleaning the schools. They will have the appropriate gowns if they're manning an isolation room.
All right, teachers and parents applauding the move. We are joined this morning by parent advocate Angela Torres, whose daughter attends a middle school in the Bronx. So, Angela, good morning. Glad to speak with you again.
Yes, good morning. Nice to see you as well.
So, Angela, we spoke to you a few weeks ago, and you said that the schools in your district, District 8, were definitely not ready for reopening. So I know the news was a welcome surprise yesterday for you, but do you think it's actually enough time?
I actually am happy that it's a step in the right direction, but we're one step in and a mile to go with minutes to finish. And so I really think that this is just the beginning of it. We still don't have sufficient number of nurses, and even though the ventilation systems were tested, it was just like a rushed thing, and parents still don't have any reports on that. So we are not 100% sure that we're going to be ready in this time. We think more time was needed.
So when you say that the ventilation, you didn't get the results, did they say they were actually going to make those public to you?
From our understanding, there were going to be reports issued to the schools, and parents, because they have had such anxiety and discomfort over this, have desired this. So that would give parents, I think, a lot of comfort if they have those reports so that they see what was tested and that their schools truly are safe.
And about the supplies, the mayor and the chancellor yesterday said that schools will have a 30-day supply of PPE come the time of in-person learning. Do you think that you'll have those supplies? Do you have them yet?
Some of the schools have mentioned that they do, but everyone is being told that it will be in place. I'm hopeful. I think that that's part of the issue, the supplies, of course, but the other part of it also is making sure that the kids have the tools that they need to start, the internet-ready devices, which at this point, many of the students still do not have the internet devices, and they are being told that they have to wait first to see what they can get from their school, and if not, then they have to see what the Board of Ed is able to come up with.
So, Angela, the delayed school opening means for so many working parents, they have to figure out another extra week of care, right? And prep for also remote learning at the same time. How are you handling that with your daughter?
Well, for myself, I'm actually very lucky because for my daughter, we selected 100% remote, and I am able to work from home, but I am the exception to the norm. There are many parents who have to return and are now scrambling and trying to figure out what it is that they are going to do and how they're going to execute this. And the babysitting options are not as vast as one would seem because there are many people who've already made arrangements. So to find a babysitter at this venture is very difficult.
Well, yeah, and it also costs money, right? In this time, in this day and age, too, where money is certainly tight for so many families.
Especially given the fact that many people have had, loss of hours, et cetera.
So, Angela, I like to advocate for you, the parents. So I am speaking to Chancellor Carranza in just a few minutes. Any questions, if you had the opportunity to speak to him, that you would ask him that I can maybe deliver for you?
Yes, absolutely. The biggest question that we have now is, as I mentioned before, parents have been scrambling to see what they're going to do now that we have this new date. Well, he had mentioned at the PEP meeting for the Panel for Education Policy, which was a public meeting, that potentially if the federal funds were not going to come through, 9,000 teachers would have to be laid off, and schools would have to be at 100% remote. I really want to know whether that is still in place, because if so, then parents really need to think of this in a longer term and follow what is happening in terms of the federal funds if they do not get injected into our Department of Education economy.
Angela, you got cut off for part of that question. You said if teachers got laid off, right? Teachers would get laid off if they didn't get the federal funds?
Yes. So if the federal funds package does not go through, he had stated that 9,000 teachers would have to be laid off, as well as we would have to go on a 100% remote learning
Understood.
for all students.
Okay.
So I want to know if that's still the case.
All right. I will ask for you. 7:45 is when we have Chancellor Carranza on. Angela, thank you for your time this morning, for your perspective, and good luck on September 21st.
Thank you so very much. Have a wonderful day.
You too.